Blog Talk Radio.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Beastmaster. This is CarnivalSpirits. We are ninjas in action. Who have I got on the line?
Don Chaos.
What's up, homie?
Nothing much, just chilling. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just saw The Amazing Spider-Man for the first time. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, about time they put the lizard in the Spider-Man movie.
I'm sure it was really cool in 3D. Definitely set that shit up for a sequel.
Well, Spider-Man's one of my favorite superheroes.
The original topic for this podcast was going to be haters and the lengths that they go to. This was actually Panic's idea. Not really concerned about tackling the hater subject like tonight because dealing with haters is a lifelong thing.
Exactly.
To be perfectly honest with you, man, I think we need to talk about this Juggalo YouTube community because people are kind of showing signs of wanting more from the community in general. And I'm almost at a loss for words because everything we've been fucking doing for the past year, it almost seems like everybody wants to take part, you know what I mean? And no one's actually doing anything about it. We're still reflecting and dwelling on the past, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, or some of us are shoving each other's beliefs down each other's throat, or we get mad at other people's beliefs when I'm okay with anyone's beliefs as long as they're not trying to shove their beliefs down my throat.
If we're going to put a podcast out talking about the Juggalo YouTube community, salvaging whatever we have left, I'm kind of patiently waiting for Crazy McCormick to talk about something interesting.
Well, I'm going to be honest. He was one of the YouTubers besides Big Irish and Scotty Two Balls and stuff are the reason why I started on YouTube.
I think we got Panic on the line. Is that true? Is that you?
Really, there's been a lot of... I mean, I heard what you were just saying about the Juggalo YouTube falling apart. Honestly, I don't see that. You know what I mean? Like, if you see that, then yeah, that's what you're gonna see. But I like, Crazy McCormick. He's a cool dude, but maybe it's time to look for some new people to watch. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of them. I find new people every day to watch. I think the Juggalo YouTube community is doing a lot better because, I mean, the BWC is coming back, and obviously they see something they don't like, which is a lot of Juggalos having fun doing their videos. There's new people I find to watch every day. If you stick with the older people, then yeah, that's nothing against them. I like all the older Juggalos. They've been doing videos a lot longer than me, but they haven't been really doing too much,
It's very hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, there's no egos neither. Well, there shouldn't be no egos.
There are certain people out there that aren't getting what they want out of the YouTube community. But I don't know, there's a discrepancy, okay? The more you hear people talking about partnership and whatever, you kind of get a glimpse of what they're really interested in. And I'm not saying that everybody's money hungry. It's more like they're hungry for attention. The boy Blue is a great example. He's following his dreams of becoming more well-known. As much as it's good to follow your dreams, it doesn't quite compute with me because if all he wants to do is become well-known, just grab an automatic machine gun and go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of ways to get well-known. I don't know why Blue is waiting for anybody else to do anything. If Blue wants to get more attention, all he needs to do is liven up and talk about some shit. The same goes with everybody else. Blue has great suggestions. He suggested two things: get involved and get connected, right? And I think everybody understands that. Why do you think Crazy McCormick talks about Blue in his videos? You need to get connected to the YouTubers that are actually getting views. I don't know how many of us on YouTube have skeletons in our closets, but I sure as hell am not trying to put my dirty laundry on Front Street for the entertainment of everybody else. This is not my therapy session. This is YouTube. I don't watch The Boy Blue to learn anything about ICP. I only watch The Boy Blue when I'm curious about what's going on with The Boy Blue, right? Yeah. Big Papa said that. He's like, he likes to see what people are up to and what they're doing. And if everybody else is bitching about this and that, that's not fun to watch. I think we've all established that. We're bored with that. We've been bored with that for a while.
Right. A few years ago, Big Irish asked everyone what got them on YouTube, and I actually made a response to him on why I joined YouTube.
It's cool. Big Irish does a good job of throwing questions out there. He gets a lot of interaction going. gets people involved because, I don't know, what is it about a good YouTuber? Why do we watch Big Irish? What is it that we like about him? Because he's Irish. Because he likes Batman. I think I like watching Juggalos because I'm fascinated with how we all are so different. And I guess I'm curious what makes people tick. What's their reason for repping ICP so hard? You know what I mean? All these guys that have been YouTubing for like 3, 4, or 5 years, they can go fuck off with their complaints about the YouTube community being dead. They're the fucking dead asses that aren't doing anything. Fucking stop complaining and do something. In 5 years, there's going to be young-ass juggalos on their hologram watch, YouTube phones, and they're going to be like, why is the Juggalo hologram YouTube community so dead lately?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. I hate when people make videos saying the Juggalo community's falling apart. Well, if it's falling apart, how come they're not doing anything about it?
Because they don't want to.
I know, because they really don't care. They want people to believe that they care, but in the end, they must really not.
Don't you calm down a little bit? That's some harsh shit you just said there. As a matter of fact, I think we're in a fight, dude. You can expect a video from me tomorrow. I'm going to tell you everything I fucking think about you. And by the way, I'm not only just going to tell you what I think about you, but I'm going to, make a flow chart, make a graph showing just how whack you are on the whack-o-meter. We'll see if we can't, get some other ninjas on my side, and maybe we'll get a few people to unsub from you, and maybe they'll start flagging your videos, and we can become trolls. It's more fun to troll each other, because when you're a troll, you don't even have to have a heart. You can just go online and say mean things and laugh about it when they get upset. I mean, who needs a community where you can just be fucking anarchists on the internet? That's what's really good. Listen, guys, the internet is a fun place to have fun. But if you're not having fun, that's on you. Don't fucking complain that other people aren't doing shit. When I joined YouTube, people weren't doing shit. I didn't join YouTube because it was a fun thing to do. I joined it because you guys were stale already, and I decided I wanted to liven it up. So here I am. And, we got a group of people that are, watching me like a train wreck. They want to see what I'm going to do next, but it's not like I text everybody good night before I go to sleep and fucking, everybody's fucking asking me how my day's going. Less than 5 of y'all that actually give a fuck about me, and everybody else, it's like when they have free time, they'll check out YouTube videos because it's a fucking hobby. I'm not getting paid to watch your videos, and I'm not getting paid for you to watch mine. So let's stop talking about getting paid. It's like listening to music about making money.
I'm not even sure what
I don't know.
When I first started this, I didn't really want to call no one out or, do all kinds of shit because I hadn't been on here long enough. And with me, I always have, a certain amount of respect for everybody that I deal with until they give me a reason, to think otherwise. Like how you're saying people are bitching about money. Well, I mean, how much are they really going to make anyways? You know what I mean? They ain't going to make shit off of this. As far as I know, you have to get, 10,000, 100,000 views just to get a few dollars. I mean, even if you did make money, you're not going to get much. They're not going to be rolling in it. They're not going to be getting 2013 cars or nothing like that.
And trust me, a year from now, we're going to be complaining about all different stuff, hopefully, because this old stuff is boring as fuck. I don't know, man. Let's see. We're 90 seconds away from the after party, so if there's anybody out there who's listening on the internet, you can go fuck yourself. Make a video response to CarnivalSpirits. Join the YouTube community or just watch us like the voyeuristic fuck that you are, probably listening to us like, ha ha ha, listen to these nerdy juggalos complaining about this, about that, that. It's all very funny to the outsiders, like the trolls listening in, but they're wasting their fucking time on us. So they're even more pathetic.
I know a whole lot better things that I could do on a Friday night than to call into a show fucking put on by a little thing called CarnivalSpirits under the name Bill. You know what I mean? I got better things than call in for 10, 20 seconds and then be fucking hang up, without being able to fucking talk. It's funny.
There's obviously something that we enjoy doing about this, And somebody gave me a compliment the other day after we did a podcast. I got a Facebook message, and it was like some ninja thanking me for doing videos. He was like, yo, I watch your videos all the time, man. Like, I was really feeling like I was kind of giving up on the fam, and your videos, like, it really kind of, like, lifted me up and gave me hope, you know, that there can still be juggalos out there that enjoy this shit. And I guess what I'm saying is that we may not realize it, but we are doing an important thing by just being ourselves and not succumbing to the negativity.
Yeah, I got a message like that, too, from someone.
Yeah. With my Juggalo music that I made in the past, I've got shit tons of messages, Juggalos thanking me for writing songs about Juggalo shit. And I've been shunned by a lot of people for making raps about Juggalo shit, because that just puts me in that category of Juggalo rapper, and the Bill Wagner crew will do a search on Juggalo haters on YouTube and then just comment all of them, you know, and bully all the people that are and just making videos like, come on, guys, stop hating. Can't you just, like, da-da-da-da? And they go and they actually focus on them because they're the ones that are going to get upset by it, because they're the ones that are begging and pleading for it to stop. You want to know, like, what drives them to do that? I'll tell you what drives them to do that. It's the sheer satisfaction of getting a rise out of them.
Yeah.
We're talking about the difference between trolls and haters. You got juggalos that are way more hateful than trolls are. The trolls are making jokes and trying to have fun. Sometimes there's juggalos out there, and they're so hateful that they don't even realize the damage they do. You know, and not to get all serious and shit, but like I said in the other podcast, to quote Socrates, you know, be kind to everybody you meet because they're all going through issues and stuff. Everybody's got problems, and, you know, somebody's got a thorn in their side or an STD or an abusive parent, you know what I mean? They're out there and they're just a fucking prick to everyone they meet, and nobody knows why. Maybe he's got an eating disorder. You know, maybe he's got a family member that's fucking up so bad. And you know how, like, you know, you love someone so much that it just kills you to see them throwing their life down the toilet? You know, most of us are connected to somebody else, and there's very few people out there that all they care about is themselves. Even the people out there that they act like they only care about themselves, they probably have a handful of people that they love and they die for. And everybody else, they treat like shit. Okay, it's not because they hate other people. It's probably because they hate themselves. It comes down to respect, comes down to what's important to the Juggalo community. It's having fun and the music and, you know, maybe standing up for ourselves when we're getting picked on, right? I mean, you know, holding our own, standing our ground.
Oh, yeah.
We should be able to, you know, say, hey, can it, hater? You know, we got some songs dedicated to you. If we don't even rally together to unite against a hater, you know, that expression, united we stand, divided we fall. If we're all divided, we're all individuals and we're all kind of weak. Then, and ain't that some shit where you actually have juggalos out there who actually want to weed out the weak people? Like, fuck them, right? Fuck all the weak people, and let's just keep it, I don't know, like, divided like that. And maybe that's just me being a little bit more mature than I was, you know, 10, 15 years ago. I think 10, 15 years ago, all I gave a fuck about was, you know, catching a buzz, getting laid, going to a show, having a good time, and doing some whippets. I mean, come on.
Well, that's like me. I'm a lot mature than I was years ago now, and I'm more responsible.
You know, the funniest thing is, I've been a hater. I have hated on a lot of people. I remember there was a time when I just hated everything. You know what I love, though? Listening to Twisted and ICP. I used to kind of be a loner. Kind of walked around with that look on my face, like, don't fucking talk to me. You know what I mean? I kind of liked it that way. I didn't really want people to talk to me. I didn't really want people to be like, so what's this you're listening to? And really, do I have to spend 2 hours explaining the Dark Carnival to you? It's a lot easier if I just say, or if it's a lot easier if I just don't smile and you keep your distance from me. How about that?
You know, it's
man.
funny you say that because I used to be the same fucking way.
Me too.
But in a different way, like motherfuckers that hurt me or, you know, fucking stab me in the back. So then I was like, fuck everybody. I'm going to say fuck you before I could get close to you and you can fuck me over, you know what I mean? And that shit just got me nowhere, dude. It just drags you down further and further and further. It just fucking kept me in a negative place, and now I'm totally different. I'm talkative. I talk to everybody. I'm real cool with everybody. But I have my days where I slip back into that old me, and everybody's like, are you okay? You know, what's wrong? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Because I'm used to myself. Everybody trips out when I go back, you know, into that old mode and just don't talk to anybody and stay quiet and shit. That emotion, hating everything. Life's too fucking short to hate everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I'm always trying to bring this back to Juggalo shit because it's a Juggalo podcast. I see a lot of Juggalos just struggling so hard, and you know when you see ninjas and they look like they don't give a fuck about anything, and maybe they look like they don't give a fuck about hygiene or their future, finances, you know, like things that are kind of important to society. You're only getting a window glimpse of that person in that one moment of their life, right? I've gone through phases in my life. I don't mean phases. I went through a time where I didn't cut my hair for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I had long-ass fucking, like, hair. I looked like Jesus. I looked like a Viking. I went through a period of time when I loved to pop NyQuil pills. And then I thought it was fucking hilarious that Violent J did it too and rapped about it. And I was like, oh, snap. I fuck with NyQuil pills too. It wasn't a case of me copycatting Violent J. It was that me and Violent J, we understood each other. You know what I mean? I'm a college student. I used to pull all-nighters, and I used to have a hard time falling asleep because I had class the next day, but I would stay up all night, and I had to pop a NyQuil pill to fall asleep. And it's not like I had to, but I just chose to. You know what I mean? I would do that way too much, and it fucked with my immune system. And I used to get sick a lot in college because I was abusing too many substances, and my body was, you know, fighting that shit.
I was just pretty much a really bad stoner. I never really did too much heavy shit like that.
Heavy shit like the NyQuil and Robitussin? Yeah, it's some heavy shit.
When I was younger, I was never really a party person because when I was invited to parties, no one would, like, interact with me, or when I would interact with people, they would just totally ignore me, so that's why I would just avoid going to parties.
You actually bring up a good point, man, because a lot of Juggalos are still young. And I was an awkward kid. You know, like, you remember Corey Feldman?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Imagine a young Beastmaster, like a Corey Haim, okay? You know, dirty blonde hair, not too bad looking for all the young girls, blue eyes, soccer player. You wouldn't think that there's anything fucking wrong with me. Not to say that there was, but it wasn't until I hit puberty and got older that I started to realize that shit ain't right. Not just out in the world, but also within me. And I had a hard time dealing with other people socially without me going too much into my own personal things. It was more other people I noticed were so extreme. They're either like super friendly or super mean. Like, you know, cool kids being really pompous and bossy and really super sarcastic. And then, like, you know, really mousy, quiet, fidgety people that are just, like, really smart, you know, keep to themselves and keep their nose in their notebooks. And
that's what kind of kid I was.
Yeah, individuals I would get to know, all different types of people. I feel like I could get along with, like, lots of different types of people, but I don't do good with large groups of people. You know what I mean? You put me in a room with 20 people, I probably will have a hard time socializing unless I got a few of them that I'm good friends with. Let's be honest, you throw some alcohol and weed into the situation and it's just, you know, loosey-goosey, but when you're dealing with other people, it all comes from yourself, you know, your confidence, your self-esteem. And really, you know, when you're talking to people, it's all about how you listen and how you handle yourself, how you keep your cool, your sense of humor. These are all things that you got to learn in life. Doesn't it feel like Juggalos kind of involve themselves a little bit too much in each other's lives? I mean, aren't we all just fans of music? Why the fuck do we all have to fucking life coach each other?
Right.
We're on YouTube on CarnivalSpirits talking about ICP. The community, I mean, what the fuck? The community is made up of people who are all looking at each other like, you do something first. No, you do something first. No, you do something first. Nobody's doing anything. What the fuck? Just live your life and turn the camera on and share it with us. Don't fucking look in the camera and say, somebody entertain me. That's what Facebook's for.
I personally like the videos where I can help somebody, like a couple of videos that I put over positivity, and I'm kind of like you, Beastmaster. I don't really want to let anybody too much into my personal life, but some of the shit that I go through, you know, as far as like chick problems and other shit like that, I put that out there for the fact that helping other people out, you know what I mean? Because that is some shit that fucking fucked my mind, and I'm still not right. Like, I'm all good, but I'm still, you know, that's the kind of shit I like to. I've got a couple comments. Hey man, thanks for fucking the story. I'm going through the same shit. I'm a little bit more positive about, you know, the outcome and shit of it. That's the shit I like to see.
Nice.